AI said what?
I asked AI, what will happen if the Earth's core stops spinning? AI said, if the Earth's core were to suddenly stop spinning, it would have profound and catastrophic effects on our planet.
Stop. Wait a minute. On January 23rd, 2023, all major news outlets informed everyone that the Earth's core stopped spinning. They told us not to worry and that it happens all the time. The information from AI conflicts with the information on this CNN news report.
Well, at first it sounds like something from a Hollywood movie.
Right.
The script says, oh my God, the core of the Earth is spinning backwards. I mean, this is worse than having a tsunami or an earthquake. The stability of what you walk on is at stake. Now, this report comes not from Hollywood. It comes from reputable scientists at Beijing University that analyze echoes. When an earthquake takes place, shock waves go reverberating around the inside of the Earth. And by analyzing these echoes with computers, you can recreate a model of the inside of the Earth. And sure enough, the core seems to be about to spin backwards.
Okay, but I read that this happens every 70 years, so we don't need to be alarmed?
That's right. The bad news is that we know very little about the core of the Earth, very little about what's underneath our feet. The good news is probably there's nothing to worry about, in the sense that roughly every 70 years or so, we're not sure, the center of the Earth does seem to go backwards.
Let's summarize the key takeaways. 1. We know very little about the Earth's core. 2. The leading scientist states, and I quote, probably there's nothing to worry about. 3. He states, the Earth's core does this roughly every 70 years or so. We are not sure. Overall, the news told us that the Earth's core has stopped spinning, and they are unclear as to the consequences. The AI chatbot told us this event is unlikely to ever take place, and if it did, it would devastate the planet. Let's go back to AI on this one and learn what it gathers from its database that was last updated in the year 2021.
If the Earth's core were to gradually slow down and eventually stop spinning, it would have significant and complex consequences for our planet. While this scenario is highly unlikely to occur, understanding the potential effects can help us appreciate the importance of the Earth's core motion. Here are some of the consequences of a gradual slowdown and eventual stoppage of the Earth's core. Weakening of the magnetic field. The core's rotation generates the Earth's magnetic field through a process called the geodynamo. As the core slows down, the magnetic field would weaken, which could have several implications. Increased exposure to solar and cosmic radiation, potentially leading to health risks for life on Earth. Disruption of navigation and communication systems that rely on the magnetic field, such as compasses and some satellite technology. Potential climate changes, as the magnetic field plays a role in regulating atmospheric circulation and weather patterns. Geological and tectonic effects. The Earth's core motion is linked to plate tectonics and the planet's geological activity. A slowdown in core rotation could influence these processes and potentially lead to changes in seismic activity and volcanic eruptions. Impact on the planetary heat budget. The Earth's core contributes to the planet's heat budget, and a slowdown could affect the overall heat distribution within the Earth. This might lead to changes in temperature gradients and the movement of material within the mantle. Changes in Earth's shape. The Earth is not a perfect sphere. It is slightly flattened at the poles and bulging at the equator due to its rotation. A slowdown in the core's rotation could lead to changes in the planet's shape over an extremely long timescale. It's essential to emphasize that these changes would occur over geological timescales and would be the result of a highly unlikely and extreme scenario. The Earth's core is influenced by various complex processes, including heat transfer and convection, and changes in its rotation rate would occur over millions of years, if at all. While it's interesting to consider these consequences from a scientific perspective, they are not a realistic concern for the foreseeable future.
AI just told us not to be concerned because it will not happen in the foreseeable future. In contrast, All news outlets informed us that this has already begun on January 23rd, 2023. The weather has been extra crazy, and people have been getting very sick and dying since 2020. You do the math. Let's see what the internet is saying about this.
That would be disastrous. Disastrous, because right now, here in New York, you can calculate at our latitude, we are all moving with the Earth at 800 miles an hour, due east, because Earth is rotating. If you stopped Earth and you weren't seatbelt buckled to the Earth, you would fall over and roll 800 miles an hour due east. It would kill everyone on Earth. People would be flying out of windows, and that would just be a bad day on Earth. If somehow we all slowed down, so anything not bolted to the Earth would fly due east, 800 miles an hour. That's what happens to you in a car if you hit a brick wall and you're not wearing a seatbelt. You keep going. That's why you get hurt in those kinds of accidents. But if somehow we all slowed down with the Earth, then okay, it's fine. I mean, people think, well, somehow we'll be weightless or we'll lose our atmosphere. No, it's just that you'll have really long days.